Hi, Chris Westfall here. I've been asked repeatedly, so I think I'll address the issue. Why is it did you get into sales, and why did you pick helping seniors with Medicare supplements? So let me tell you a really quick story. When I was about 10 years old, I discovered in the back of a child magazine, I think it was a comic book magazine, the Olympic Sales Club. The Olympic Sales Club is where you could sell greeting cards door to door and packs of cards to people. And if you sold the order and you sent in a check with the order, they would give you prizes. And the prize that I wanted the most was a radio-controlled airplane. Yes, it's true. And so I would go door to door, knocking on the door and developing my sales script. And as anybody knows, children are the best salespeople anyway. And I would sell the Olympic Sales Club cards to people and gifts door to door. Then when they came in, I had to go back and deliver those packages to the seniors. Sounds kind of crazy now, especially in the day in which we live. But back then, it was a great way for me to make extra prizes and get some cash. So I found that in the back of my head that that's a really neat way that it's the equalizer. Anybody can go out and do it. And then I became a law enforcement officer. One of my other dreams was to help people. As young as 5 years old, I always wanted to be a police officer. So at the age of 19 here in Florida, you can do that. So I became a police officer at the age of 19. I stayed in law enforcement for 3 different agencies, ended up at the sheriff's office as a sergeant when I left in 2008. In total, it was 15 years of being a law enforcement officer, but interspersed with my entrepreneurial pursuits. See, in 1991, I got my insurance license. It was a short time after I left the Orange City Police Department, my first agency that I was with. Went into the Army to do the Army Reserve thing in military police school in Anniston, Alabama. When I came back from the Army, I was in the reserves in the Army now, and I was looking for a full-time gig. Well, I wanted to pursue insurance. I wanted to leave law enforcement behind, just do it as a reserve, and go into insurance. And I got conned in by a recruiter at the sheriff's office in Volusia County, which is Daytona Beach area, Florida, into coming into their program. And they said, look, you'll only work 15 days a month because you have 2 days on and 2 days off. So half the month I could pursue my insurance business. So that was the understanding that I went to work for the sheriff's office. They didn't tell me it was going to be 12 or 14 weeks of classroom training, which completely obliterated my business for a while. But anyway, I started at the sheriff's office and doing insurance at the same time. And it wasn't until 2008 I had the opportunity to do insurance full time. Why Medicare? Well, I started off doing life insurance with my insurance career, because it was so easy. They either need it or they don't. I can sell it or I can't, and I can move on. Well, my grandmother, who lived in Rogers, Arkansas, was diagnosed with cancer, and she went into the hospital up there. And she was on one of these zero premium Medicare Advantage plans. And she thought, as did the family, that the company rep had said there were no cost to this plan. It's only zero premium. And many seniors still believe that today. But if you look at the small print, there was a huge charge because she was using the plan. She was admitted to the hospital. It cost her well over $1,200 to go into that hospital admission where they did surgery for her cancer. When she got out, a few weeks later, she had not a reoccurrence, but an infection. She had to go back into the hospital. It was another around $1,200 copayment. That was financially devastating for my grandmother, who was obviously on a fixed income. It became suddenly apparent to me that somebody in the insurance field, somebody in the Medicare space, somebody that worked for this Medicare Advantage company, had misled her because she thought, surely this is only a zero premium plan. And then, of course, she found out when she went to use the plan, it's the furthest thing from it. It pretty much wiped her out financially. So I started looking into the Medicare products, looking into the Medicare space, and that's what led me to Medicare Supplements as my primary focus, because as you know probably, Medicare pays 80% of the bills, and there's 20% left over. Well, you can either subjugate yourself to a Medicare Advantage plan and pretty much do away with original Medicare A and B, giving your entire business over to the insurance company, who then decides on that HMO for free, no premium, what you're going to get covered and what you're not, what tests are going to be approved and what's not, what medication is going to be approved and what's not. They themselves decide, based on cost protocol or managing your health care, what you're going to get. I chose to market the other plan, which is taking that 80% from original Medicare and supplementing it with a 20% insurance called a Medicare Supplement plan. That way your doctor, not the health plan, determines what you get as far as coverage. Your doctor, not the health plan, decides what's in your best interest with regard to testing, treatment, and medication. So this is a far stretch from the old Medicare Advantage days where they thought they're getting things for free. No, with supplements, they have a set, stable, monthly, consistent, predictable premium that they can count on every month to be consistent. And they'll know from month to month what their costs are going to be, rather than $5,000. Or in today's market, a $6,700 maximum out of pocket. That's what Medicare Advantage plans are. So I digress. I started my Medicare supplement career in 2008, started helping seniors in one state, then referrals led me to another state, then another state, another state. And what I soon found was it's far easier to help a senior who's already on a Medicare supplement plan. They already understand it, they know it, they like it, they trust it. For instance, Plan F, very popular plan. Most seniors are on it. They know what Plan F covers. And according to the Medicare and You Guidebook, which comes out every year, this is last year's version, but I got 2014 around here also. Every year, these books say the same thing. All the plan letters are the same. They're standardized plans. You can't have one Plan F that's better than the other Plan F. They pay exactly the same way. So there's a big difference, though, in the premium. See, one insurance company may charge $200 a month for Plan F. The other insurance company may charge $115 for Plan F. Same doctor choices, same hospital choices, same everything choices. Your doctor's driving your health care, not the insurance company. They merely pay the 20% on everything that's Medicare approved that Medicare didn't pay. Now, obviously, if somebody's going to have a breast augmentation or some weird, strange facial surgery for plastic surgery purposes, Medicare's not going to pay for it, neither is the insurance company. So as long as it's a Medicare-approved claim, all these companies are doing the exact same thing, paying the bills the same way. And I found a little niche. See, I don't have to educate seniors on what a Medicare supplement plan is. They already know. I don't have to educate them on what Plan F is. They already know. I try to tell them about Plan G because I think it's a better value, the same benefits of Plan F, with a little deductible that they save far more than the deductible every year. So I try to educate my clients on Plan F if they've just been sold Plan G instead of Plan F. But either one they want to go with is fine with me as long as I can save them money. So my goal has been, since I was a little kid, to help people and to sell things. And now I'm doing both and loving every minute of it. We've helped well over 1,000 seniors, I have personally, and now I have a small team of people who do the same thing. And if we can identify where a senior's paying too much, they continue to get those rate increases and they're frustrated by it. And most seniors tell me that the agent that chased them down when they were turning 65, suddenly they can't find that agent. Why? Because they're chasing somebody else that's turning 65. So I help people between typically the ages of 68 to 74. That's our sweet spot where people know what they've got, they're happy with what they've got, and they don't want to change except for that rate increase. So if they let us help them, we're an independent agency. We can sell for any company in the market, but we only recommend the one that's got the best value. Strong companies are the only ones we recommend, and those that have the same exact plan but at a better price, that's how we help people every day. It's a very rewarding field. I'm so glad I'm in this niche. And now I've been able to help literally thousands of other agents to embrace this niche too, of not only getting into Medicare supplement sales by helping seniors legitimately, but also doing it over the phone. So now we don't have to drive 20, 30, 40, 50 miles to see someone who really doesn't want to entertain us in their home anyway. We can just call them on the phone, go over the plans. If they're interested, great. If we can help them, fine. It's great. If not, that's okay. We just move right on to the next person that we can possibly help. But I tell you, it's a great feeling every day to go home to your family and say, like I do all the time, and my wife and kids will tell you, we saved a lady $1,200 on her plan, the same plan. And they hear it all the time. But it excites me to save somebody $50 or $100 a month, knowing I'm leaving them with the same exact benefits, leaving them with their doctor and their hospital choices, free to travel the country and go to any facility they wish. but I know that I've saved them $50 to $100 a month, and I didn't charge a thing for my service. That's the best part. The insurance company pays the agent, regardless of where you go. So if I sell you an expensive, high-price plan, guess what? As a percentage, I would make more. But since I have no cost involved, I don't have to drive to my client's house. I don't have to drive through Burger King, change my tires, get an oil change, all the other stuff necessary to propel me to the next appointment. I don't have any of those charges at all. I have a telephone, and my telephone doesn't cost me anything. I use an internet phone. But because of that savings right there and doing the right thing, all I do is save people money by being honest with them. And if they've got an email, I can show them a spreadsheet. Here's all the companies out there. You know, the one you're with is 10 times worse than the one I can put you with. There are 10 companies between your company and the best rate. Why not go with the best rate? The companies have only made it easier and easier throughout the years. And now there's only one company left that actually requires a physical signature. All the rest will do it right over the telephone, making it so easy. All we do is gather the information, transmit it securely to the insurance carrier. They call, typically, and do a three-way call, a third-party verification, which means they merely ask, are you sure you want this plan? Can we draft the premiums on the certain date that you selected? And here's the premium. Is that okay? Yes. It's a done deal. And they switch, and the savings are great. There are no pre-existing conditions to worry about. There's no benefit changes. There's no network of doctors to check first. There's no, I have to check with my doctor first. No. If the doctor accepted the old plan, they automatically accept the new plan because they're a Medicare provider. That's the easiest thing about it. So there's literally nothing standing in the way of a senior going from a high price plan to a low price plan, except an agent to tell them the truth and to give them those choices. So yeah, I'm not out there chasing the turning 65 crowd. Plenty of agents to do that. Now I find people who know what they like and they already like what they have, and I just change them to a better plan. But anyway, that's my story. Thanks for watching the video. I hope I can help you in either one way or the other. Either if you're looking for a Medicare plan, we can certainly help. Or if you're an agent and wanting to do our business model of selling over the phone and helping our greatest generation, please reach out. Don't be silent. Let me hear from you and tell me what you thought about this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.